This is History Replay, this day. Washington, D.C. and the Lincoln Memorial. Have you ever wondered where the famous "I Have a Dream" speech was delivered, or what drove over 250,000 people to gather in Washington, D.C. in the summer of 1963? Welcome to History Replay, this day where we dive into the monumental March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. But before we do, please like, share and subscribe as a support to our channel. During the tumultuous 1960s in America, societal upheavals and profound changes were underway as the civil rights movement vigorously challenged deeply rooted racial prejudices and systemic discrimination. Amidst this fervent quest for racial equality, a seminal event captured the nation's attention and etched itself into history: the March on Washington. This colossal gathering, driven by a shared vision of justice and freedom, became a beacon of hope and unity, symbolizing the collective determination of a people striving to make America live up to its foundational promises. From the bustling cities to the quiet hamlets, individuals across the vast expanse of America embarked on a journey of conviction and hope. Using every mode of transportation available, buses weaving through highways, trains chugging across states, and cars filled with families and friends, they converged on the nation's capital. This diverse tapestry of citizens, with backgrounds as varied as their modes of travel, was bound by a singular, unyielding purpose: to champion the cause of civil and economic rights for African Americans, asserting a collective demand for justice and equality in a country they called home. As the sun cast its light on the gathered masses, the air was filled with more than just the sounds of footsteps and murmurs. It was alive with the harmonious melodies of freedom songs. These anthems, steeped in the history of struggle and resilience, reverberated with powerful messages of hope, unity, and resistance. The vast sea of attendees wasn't merely there to protest. They transformed the landscape into a grand stage where their voices, interwoven with poignant music, created a compelling symphony that passionately cried out for justice and equality. Behind the monumental gathering that would go on to shape history stood the strategic minds and unwavering commitment of civil rights visionaries like A. Philip Randolph and Bayard Rustin. Drawing upon their profound understanding of the socio-political landscape and the pressing needs of their community, these leaders conceived an event of unprecedented scale. They didn't just imagine a gathering. They envisioned a massive, peaceful sea of humanity, standing shoulder to shoulder in the heart of the nation, powerfully underscoring the undeniable moral imperative of civil rights reforms. While the heart of the march beat fervently for African American rights, its reach extended far beyond a singular cause, becoming a nexus where diverse streams of activism converged. Women's groups advocating for gender equality, religious organizations grounding their support in spiritual convictions, labor unions seeking economic justice, and white allies recognizing the shared responsibility of dismantling systemic racism. All these factions came together. United in purpose and vision, the march became a tapestry of various voices, each distinct yet harmoniously advocating for a more equitable society. Central to the spirit and demands of the march was an unwavering cry for jobs and the unrestrained freedom that every citizen inherently deserves. Beyond the immediate rallying cries, the depth of the movement's aspirations became evident as organizers championed broader societal reforms. They fervently demanded decent housing, devoid of the dilapidation and neglect that many African Americans endured. They sought an education system that was not only adequate but also integrated, ensuring every child, regardless of their race, received equal opportunities. And foundational to their vision was the unassailable right to vote, free from the insidious snares of discrimination that had long sought to silence black voices at the ballot box. On that historic day, the stage saw a procession of impassioned voices, each adding depth and dimension to the event's purpose. However, amidst the myriad orations, one voice rose above, resonating deeply with the multitudes and etching its message into the annals of history. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., with his evocative "I Have a Dream" speech, not only captured the essence of the day's aspirations, but also transcended the immediate moment, crafting a timeless emblem that would forever be synonymous with the march in the broader struggle for justice and equality. In a moment of profound resonance, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. voiced a deeply personal yet universally relatable aspiration. "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin but by the content of their character." As these words unfurled, they enveloped the vast crowd, each syllable acting as a clarion call that pierced the air. The power of this vision instilled a palpable sense of hope, galvanizing the gathering with renewed determination and an unshakable belief in a brighter, more inclusive tomorrow. The sheer emotion, the hope, the unity, it was all palpable. For many, this was a turning point. A moment when they believed change was truly possible. The impact of the march was not just emotional. It had political ripples too. President Kennedy, who had been hesitant about the march, eventually acknowledged its positive influence. The civil pressure from the march and other events undoubtedly laid the groundwork for landmark legislations. In a testament to the power of collective action and the undeniable momentum of the civil rights movement, a pivotal legislative triumph emerged merely a year after the march. The Civil Rights Act of 1964, a monumental piece of legislation, was enacted, marking a significant stride towards dismantling the entrenched structures of discrimination in America. This act, broad and comprehensive in its scope, unequivocally prohibited discrimination not only based on race and color, but also religion, sex, and national origin, symbolizing a nation's commitment to the ideals of justice and equality for all its citizens. Amidst the backdrop of a nation grappling with its own conscience, over 250,000 souls congregated with an unwavering common purpose, their collective presence magnifying the dream that had captivated the hearts of millions. The March on Washington transcended the confines of a mere event, evolving into an indomitable declaration of hope and determination. This sea of humanity, diverse yet united, stood as a living testament to the unparalleled strength that unity can muster. Their gathered might, echoing through time and space, served as an enduring reminder of a simple truth. When individuals unite with conviction, the once elusive dreams of change solidify into tangible reality. And that wraps up this episode of History Replay, this day. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and join us next time as we dive into another page of history. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next episode.